gaslight them. That is gonna be, it's out for delivery.
Wait, why is it silver?
Oh. What does it say? Good morning from the car again. I spend a lot of my life in the car. Welcome. What are we? Day 5. Day 5 of Vlogmas. Okay, I always feel like in the winter, the house is really dark and getting ready and putting on makeup. I think of that Bridget Jones moment. I think in the first one where she puts on her makeup in the taxi and then gets to the event and Colin Firth is like, you need to go to the bathroom. So it's always a bit of a get in the car in the natural light and figure out what we did with our makeup. I am going to go pick up a birthday gift. So it's my daughter's birthday on Tuesday. We have a party on Saturday. All her gifts are secondhand. And I'm going to go pick one up right now. We're going to go and do that. And then I have another thing arriving today. We're going to do a disco run. And in the past, we've borrowed a disco ball and I just wanted to have one. So I vinted a disco ball. And then I always, when I order things from Vinted, scroll and see what else they're selling, because then you don't have to pay shipping twice, which is kind of the kicker of Vinted, the shipping. Anyway, and they had just all these secondhand party supplies and some other just disco-y bits. So we're going to decorate a room as a disco room. We're going to go pick up her main gift. Let's go. And thank you so much. Package retrieved. It's a heavy one. It's honestly just nasty out here. I want the sun back. And maybe we'll talk later about how we talk to our kids about secondhand and how they respond, because I get that question a lot. It's going to be a boring day, but maybe later on with coffee we'll chat about that. And then later tonight we're coming back into town to do some late night Christmas shopping. So I want to grab some bits for the birthday at a local sewing shop. We'll pop in the charity shops. They've got Father Christmas at the library. It is the darkest day. I don't like the days that are just dull all day. I really actually like winter. I'm one of the people that loves the short days of winter, but I would take like 4 hours between sunrise and sunset over longer, but just grey all day. Currently we have sunrise just before 8 o'clock in the morning and the sun sets at 3:50 or something. So that's kind of our day length, but it's just grey. Okay. I've just dropped Jared at the station. He's going into London. I've made more coffee. I'm partway through my assessment. It's going well. I'm going to open this Vinted package. A question that I get a lot and have got since starting this Vlogmas thing is about how our kids respond to secondhand and how we explain it to them. Intelligent, see a mug. I love that all our mugs remind us of different places. We just, anytime there's a proper diner mug, we'll grab it. This one is from where Jared's family is from, in Austin. Okay, so kids and secondhand. A lot of what we get our kids are secondhand, and they know it's secondhand. Someone commented that the other day, and I'd actually never really thought about not telling them. Except because secondhand is so much our norm, we don't kind of say, this is secondhand. They'd be like, yeah, totally. So it's more just that there's an understanding that things we buy are often secondhand rather than like expressly telling them each time. We come at it from a few different angles. So we do secondhand, A, for price, but really for ethics and sustainability. I would be really happy, it's kind of a combo. I'd be happy buying new things from companies that are very ethical and very sustainable, but then those are exorbitantly expensive, as they should be. So then we do a lot more secondhand to hit those values without the price tag, using what's already in circulation. And so we let the kids in on that. I think I don't want them to see secondhand only as something that's not new, but to us it has all these positive values. So we explain to them, you know, some of the supply chain traceability concerns with clothing and things like that. And hey, that's why we get it secondhand and why we look for these certain companies, even secondhand, like the onesies were from Frugi. And so we let them in on that so they know it's like, it's a positive expression rather than just something we're not doing. But also when they start spending their pocket money, they learn it goes a heck of a lot further buying secondhand. And that, yeah, there are pros and cons with that. My son bought some trainers from Vinted and then he had to sell them again and buy new ones, but it instilled this patience and ability to use their money to buy things they wouldn't normally be able to afford, because they can save up for £5 for a pair of trainers much faster than £70 for a new pair. And so they appreciate it from a price point of view, but also we do let them in on the ethics and the sustainability aspect. And my kids are now very clued in because we've brought them up with that as a value, that if I bought apples in plastic the other day, and my son was like, why did you do that? Why'd you buy them in plastic? I was like, well, because actually you won't eat the ones from the veg box because you say they're fluffy. So which one do you want? But so we also do a lot of conversations about different families have different ways of doing things. Different families, different norms. And this is a phrase we say a ton in our home because while we're making choices, I don't want my kids to grow up judging the choices that other people make or being confused by them. And so we tend to talk about not everyone has the information that we have. And so because we have that information, we're responsible to love people with the information that we have and what we know. And also, yeah, just different families, different values. And this is a value that's really important to us, but other people are different. They don't have information. It's okay that everyone is different. So that's kind of what we do. But so they're very bought in on the secondhand gifts thing. They have never commented on it because where there might be a mark or a scuff on something, although I'll say, buying Christmas presents, like I think these, I tend to just change all the tabs to very good, or I will only buy something if it looks kind of new for them when it's more present focused versus like, oh, they need a new school jumper and it's secondhand and it looks like 10 people have owned it before. So I kind of raise my standard of secondhand for presents probably. But yeah, so they're very bought in, and so many people have told me it will change when they're a teenager, but actually I think they're only going to become more concerned about ethics as they learn more, see more of the world, watch more documentaries, do their own reading. Yes, they might have more of a struggle with it, but that's the other piece, is we don't minimize the struggle of it. And so if there's something of like, oh, I'd really love that. My daughter was saying, I really want some Nike Pro shorts. All the girls at ballet wear Nike Pro shorts. And so we said, Nike's actually a company we're not going to buy. We can look for those secondhand, but we're not going to buy those. And then we just said, it's not hard. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy. And I'm not going to pretend it's easy to go without something, but we feel it too. You're not alone. That is a really normal feeling. And instead of ignoring that feeling, we're going to walk you through what it feels like to do something that's not comfortable for the sake of someone else and your values. And so I'm not scared of them finding it hard sometimes, because I find it hard sometimes. Changing our mindset is difficult. And so I think, yeah, that's a few of the ways that we approach it with them. Just be super honest, explain the whole picture to them. But then also let it be hard and share our own feelings, both in terms of what we celebrate, they will celebrate. And yes, they also will learn that from their peers, what their peers celebrate. But I think we can solidify that at home. But then also be real about when it's hard for us and don't gaslight them when it's hard for them. I think that's such a great value to teach them to walk through doing hard things for the sake of values and other people. So I'm not afraid to teach them that and to be honest that I feel that as well. Okay. Let's open them. We have a roller disco that a lot of the kids at school go to, and she has been really wanting her own skates, which also makes it much cheaper to go to the roller disco, so it felt like such a win. I'm so excited about these ones. I think they have light up wheels. Oh my word. They're so pretty. And okay, they're so pretty, and they are like new. I don't know that these have ever been worn. They look untouched. There's no like, oh, there's a bit of creasing, but they look completely new. Okay, can I get them to, oh my word, she's going to love them. Oh, okay, I'm in love with that. Let's get the other one open. Oh my word. Oh, I am absolutely in love with them. Let's check the flashies on this side. Oh, I'm so happy. This is her main present. That's her main present from us. We've got her a couple of other little things, but that's the main gift. Back to my essay. I've got my coffee. I am writing my essay. I'm having fun, but I've been tracking this parcel from Thrift Plus, which is secondhand clothes. It's out for delivery. Very excited, although we're going to be gone in that entire window, so we'll see. I just got a notification that the parcel was delivered way before it was meant to be, so we're gonna go and find it. And then I'm not gonna try any of it on and get distracted. This porch needs a clean. There it is. Say hello to your new pre-loved look in a recycled bag. Okay, the sun is setting. It is 2:30. I'm off to school pickup. Here's my outfit for the day. Here we go. Well, I'm trying to pull out my summer clothes for winter. So this is a Christy Dawn, very summery dress, but we've gone for this charity shop wool jumper over the top, tights that came from a charity shop, boots also, and then one of my favorite pieces. This was not charity, but it's a secondhand Patagonia hat. This suede jacket to just make it a bit warmer because it's cold outside. I say it's cold. One of you just commented from Canada. It's like summer here compared with that. I just struggle with the cold so much. I admire you if you're somewhere really actually cold like Canada, but okay. School pickup. I've been having the most self-control ever because this package has been just sitting here looking at me while I have been writing, and I have not opened it. It is just sitting. We're going to open it together a different day and see what we're going to keep and what we're not going to keep. But I feel like I deserve a round of applause for being self-controlled. Okay, school pickup. I'm to pick up a vintage package, but this kind of antique-y store often has a free bits outside. And in here, I just found the cutest. It's a little Emma Bridgewater with stars on. That is going to be my Christmas mug. It's got a tiny chip, but I can live with that. And then I think this is a bigger Emma Bridgewater one too. I love them. I'm very happy with those. And what else have we got in here? No idea. Doorknobs, don't need those. Cutlery is often, we have a completely eclectic cutlery situation. So I might actually add these to our cutlery. They also had some tissue paper, and we have my family Christmas coming up, and I grabbed some bags off the side of the road also, but I didn't have any tissue paper to stuff on top. So now we have that too. We've made it out. We're gonna go see what is in town for this late night Christmas shopping. We've always driven past it in the past and we've never actually stopped, so we're excited to join in this year. Which do you think Papa would like?
That was mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I like my sister's coat.
What is reindeer food?
It feels
Whoa.
You open my candy.
Hi, we would love some.
Sugar up and makes it into little skinny string.
We all loved the late night shopping thing. It was just fun and community, and we saw lots of friends from school, and then it was hectic because the traffic was wild and we had pickup from other clubs. Jared missed the train and had to walk home from the station, which is not super close to walk, but I have drawn a good card and I am out babysitting for friends. He's at home doing put down. So I'm gonna edit today's video, put it up, and then tomorrow is all about birthday prep. So I'm getting my brain in gear for what that is. We always do a homemade piñata. We do a cake that's a surprise for the kids, and then I don't believe in all the plastic rubbishy bits that come in party bags. So I end up making something which is then inevitably more work and maybe more money, but somehow I feel like I believe in it more. So we'll do that tomorrow. I'll show you what we're gonna do. And then I will either post a video on Saturday and then not post a video Sunday and then post a weekend roundup on Monday, or I'll post one on Saturday with a party roundup and then I won't post on Monday. Does that make sense? So what day would be better to not have a video? Saturday, Sunday, Monday is best to not have a video. Tell me. Because I've never done this Vlogmas thing before and I'm figuring it out, but I'm gonna take one day off in the week. So tell me which day you would not have a video, and then I will see you tomorrow for party prep.